This is David Burns, president of Green ID, and today I'd like to show you how we saved a Sun Lakes homeowner 35% on their utility bills and fixed their hot rooms almost overnight. You may have seen us at the Arizona Science Center's Green Room back in 2009, where we had over 40,000 visitors come and interact with our exhibit. It was more recently, though, that we met a great couple from Sun Lakes who'd been longtime readers of our home energy blog. They decided to call us for an energy audit, mainly because they could not figure out why their master bedroom was so much hotter in the summer and colder in the winter than the rest of the house. Here's a photo of their home. It's a typical Sun Lakes home with desert landscaping. They had shade screens on their windows already, and actually a newer AC system and furnace installed only a couple years ago. The inside of their home had beautiful vaulted ceilings, plant shelves, and a series of arches that span the entranceway of their home. And these things might make me seem like a realtor showing off the house, but they're actually red flags for our energy auditors. And so what we do during an energy audit is a series of tests, just like a doctor will test your blood work and take x-rays for medical problems. We have a bunch of equipment that will come in and measure airflow and room pressures. We'll measure the house leakiness and the ductwork leakage. We'll take a thermal camera and scan the home for missing insulation. We do a check of all your major appliances, the heating and cooling system, water heater, and pool pump. We do gas and combustion safety testing and a full attic inspection, and what he found might shock you. Our first energy waster was that our thermal camera found there was no insulation in about 10% of the attic. And here's an infrared photo of what I'm talking about, where we have this bright yellow, and that's all the heat that's coming in from the attic. And these are areas that are totally uninsulated. When we did our attic inspection, we verified that there was no insulation on their knee walls or their vertical walls in the house. The number 2 energy waster was that their ductwork was configured so 80% of the air was being directed in the kitchen and the TV room, and only 20% was going to the bedrooms, causing that hot room. Here's 2 photos of their ductwork, and they had their furnace in the garage and their ductwork went straight up into a mixing box, and then they had a second mixing box further down their vaulted ceiling, and these lines would go to the master bedroom. The third energy waster was that the insulation was installed with a lot of peaks and valleys, high spots and low spots throughout the house, so it wasn't even. We had as low as 6 inches in some places and as high as 12 and 13 inches in other places. The ductwork was also leaky. You can see in this photo the original installers just used duct tape to seal the registers and seal the ductwork up. This causes a lot of leakage every time the air conditioning comes on. You can see the before photos just have duct tape around the registers as a sealant. We want to use a product called mastic. It is like a cast and hardens to let no air through any cracks and splits in the ductwork, so the air goes all to the rooms that it's supposed to go to rather than in the attic. Doing a home performance upgrade is a win-win-win scenario. You get lower energy bills because the heating and cooling system doesn't have to work as hard and it's not running as much. You get a more comfortable home that eliminates drafts and keeps constant temperatures year-round. The air quality inside improves, reducing allergens and pollutants that cause respiratory disease, and it's also good for the environment by reducing your carbon footprint. We did the insulation for them, adding insulation in the attic and the duct reconfiguration and the duct sealing, and we've had really good results. You can see this utility bill. The work was done in May, and in June, the following month, we had almost a 35% reduction in their bills. And this is without solar, without replacing all the windows. SRP also supports it through a rebate program. They offer rebates for duct sealing, insulation, shade screens, a high-efficiency air conditioning system, and even smart thermostats. We find homes built in the Sun Lakes community tend to have the same construction defects because the homes were all built around the 1990s and early 2000s. They have high ceilings with arches, And the flex duct, the way it's installed, causes poor air balancing in hot rooms. Don't let another day go by with your home wasting energy and money and sacrificing your comfort. Let Green ID do an energy evaluation of your home. This has been David Burns with Green ID, wishing you happy savings.